crazy, man? You sound insane. Do you realize that? You should be medicated.
Fuck you, Brennan. I know you touched my drum set, and I want to hear that dirty little mouth admit it.
You get out of my face, or I'm gonna roundhouse your.
Well, look, folks, I know you, like me, hate it when the children fight. So the fact that Lindsey Graham and Donald Trump are in a real, well, it seems like a brawl of sorts, certainly a rhetorical brawl. I'm sure it's upsetting you as much as it's upsetting me. We'll hold a moment of silence. No, we won't. Here's the thing. We've talked in the past about Lindsey Graham, one of our most popular video, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. The fact that Lindsey Graham has no spine, and I think this has been actually scientifically proven. It's not like, just a metaphor. He literally has no spine.
I hate it to end this way. Oh my God, I hate it. From my point of view, he's been a consequential president. But today, first thing you'll see. All I can say is count me out. Enough is enough. But you need to help this man, Donald J. Trump. They're trying to drain him dry. He spent more money on lawyers than most people spend on campaigns. They're trying to bleed him dry. DonaldJTrump.com. Go tonight. Give the president some money to fight this.
He basically changed everything he believed for Donald Trump because he's a clownfish, and Donald Trump was his sea anemone.
I'm Nemo.
Well, Nemo, all new explorers must answer a science question.
Okay.
You live in what kind of home?
In an anemone.
Okay, don't hurt yourself.
You see, back in the day, John McCain was his sea anemone. So Iraq war, this, and more moderate on certain other things, issues, the climate and stuff that McCain believed. But once McCain passed away, he needed to attach himself to something else, another creature where he could get his nutrition from their fecal matter. And yes, this is true. If you look up the relationship between a clownfish and a sea anemone, I'm not just trying to be disgusting. And of course, he found Donald Trump, who, with his fast food eating, there's probably plenty of product for Lindsey Graham to live off of and ensure that he is fully nutritioned, if you will. So he attached himself after saying Donald Trump will be the end of us, and Donald Trump will get destroyed and we'll deserve it, which people have quoted forever. Lindsey Graham tweeted this out. Lindsey Graham eventually clownfished his way over and attached himself to Donald Trump, sea anemone. And he overthrew, he tossed his position on Ukraine and his position on immigration reform. He was for it. That was not quite as strong as the other one, but he was a big position of his. Toss that aside too.
Package of border security, funding for Ukraine, funding for Israel, coming out of the Senate, I would support that. I've been involved in the negotiations. You know how you solve a problem? You do what Langford is doing. If you're a really conservative person, you'd want to fix things the best you could.
I'm wondering if you would remind us how you voted yesterday on the motion to proceed to the bill that had the border package that we worked on together.
I voted no. There can be no backing off of helping Ukraine. So I talked to President Trump today, and he's dead set against this package. We can't pull the plug on Ukraine. I'm not going to vote for this aid package. It is in our national security interest to make sure they can beat Putin, so we need to keep helping them. I am voting no.
So it's been kind of shocking lately because Donald Trump came out on Monday and, of course, Donald Trump made one of the dumbest statements you could make. Donald Trump decided he's going to split the baby in the old Solomon sense. He's going to come out and make him, because he sees the Republicans keep losing on abortion. And they will keep losing on abortion. But if you piss off your base, the crazy evangelicals who've been anti-choice nuts forever, that's not going to help you, and nobody trusts you in the middle. Kind of you're already is really what I'm saying here. But Trump came out and made a statement that, well, we will not have a national ban. We're going to leave it up to the states, which makes nobody happy considering the fact that we here in Ohio thankfully got it on the ballot. Had we not gotten it on the ballot here and legalized it by a whopping 13 points, mind you, we would have a 6-week abortion ban, which I believe Missouri has, and maybe Oklahoma. There are numerous states where literally abortion is banned from the moment. I mean, before you have any clue you're pregnant. That's not going to be acceptable to anybody in the middle. So it's a dumb position. The point is that you can't leave it up to the states. It is a right. It is a woman's right to control her body. Donald Trump thinks he's finding the middle ground. But what he did is he pissed off the evangelicals. And I have this theory that they went to Lindsey Graham and said, hey, you're his little clownfish. You're his buddy. You go golfing with him. Why don't you convince him he's wrong? And it backfired. Lindsey Graham stood up and said, when Trump said that, this is a bad position. Lindsey Graham has pushed for a 15-week ban nationally, which is also absolutely unacceptable. But the problem, of course, Donald Trump cannot be criticized by anybody. You don't do that because Trump gets pissed. So Graham's first response was, oh, the Dred Scott, this is going to age like the Dred Scott decision. Now, most people don't know this. That's code in the evangelical community. George W. Bush randomly would throw Dred Scott into debates with Al Gore and John Kerry, and a lot of people didn't get it because the right to life community is an anti-choice nuts who don't care about you at all. As George Carlin famously said, they care about you from pregnancy until birth, and then you're good luck.
Boy, these conservatives are really something, aren't they? They're all in favor of the unborn. They will do anything for the unborn. But once you're born, you're on your own.
Graham stood up and he did this, and it pissed Donald Trump off, and Trump attacked him and said, Lindsey Graham is costing us, he's going to cost us the Senate and the House and the presidency. He's hurting the Republican Party. He only won in 2020 because I supported him. I love when Trump does that. He's responsible for all good that happens. And I regret that I did it. And now they're in a real war, back and forth. So we're just waiting to see if Lindsey Graham, again, he is a clownfish. He does have some fecal matter he probably needs to consume soon for his nourishment. Will he have the, let's call it testicular fortitude, to respond to Trump? Because he did respond initially. Hasn't responded since. And Trump, of course, in his usual way, has struck out at him 3 different times on Truth Social. That dying app that's fallen 80% and cost all sorts of stupid people who still think Donald Trump will make the money their money. We'll see what happens, and we will, of course, let you know. But basically, Lindsey Graham is Donald Trump is the Republican Party is They messed with the wrong group of people known as women who vote and now are voting more and more heavily Democratic, and they went to them and said, we're going to control your bodies for you, and women said, no thank you, you, and let Donald Trump and Lindsey Graham fight. It doesn't matter in the end.